If you are in a place right now where you want to feel confident, but it feels like such a struggle to get there, no matter what you do, is just not happening, I have a hunch it's because you have subscribed to one of the 5 confidence myths that we are about to myth bust right now in this video. So if you are new to my world, hi, I'm Elise. I coach women on confidence, and I want to make sure that you are not subscribed and drunk under the illusion of these 5 confidence myths, because I have coached hundreds of women on this topic, and this comes up again and again and again. So we are going to shed some light on these 5 things, because I don't want you spending one more day under the influence of these 5 beliefs, because this is truly what's keeping you from feeling confident right now. All right, so let's get straight into this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break down these 5 myths, and then I'm going to go deeper into why we have subscribed to these, how we got here, so that way you can start to separate yourself from these beliefs today. All right, top 5 confidence myths. Are you ready? Okay. Number 1, and this is one of the worst ones that I see that so many of us are stuck in, is that you need to lose weight or look a certain way in order to feel confident. No, we're going to talk about that in a second. Okay, number 2 is that you need to make a certain amount of money or have more material things or nicer material things in order to feel confident. Number 3 is confidence means never feeling fear or self-doubt or feeling insecurity again. Number 4 is that you are born with confidence. And number 5 is confident people are always extroverts. Okay, so are you under the influence of any of these 5 beliefs? If so, let's talk deeper about each of these, because I don't want you in a place where you are just seeing these things as true. Because for a lot of us, we have arrived to this point because we've been handed these beliefs, we've been handed these teachings from our parents, from society, from just overall cultural influences, cultural conditioning. But we have the opportunity to change the way that we see this today. So let's talk about this. So, first and foremost, if you are somebody who currently believes that you need to weigh a certain amount or look a certain way, we need to talk about how this is never going to get you there. So I see so many women killing themselves, working on their confidence from the outside in, and they have 100% subscribed to the belief that once they arrive at this certain point, that the confidence will just come. That's not how it works. Confidence, creating that lasting, unshakable, true, devout confidence, it's an inside job. So confidence is really rooted in your beliefs about yourself and your trust in yourselves and your abilities, your accomplishments, your self-worth, rather than your appearance. But society has taught us a different lie here, right? They have taught us that in order to feel confident, in order to be accepted, in order to be good enough, we have to fit this certain mold, right? But confidence, my love, is an inside job. And it is created by the conversations that you are having with yourself in your beautiful mind every single day. So if you are telling yourself things like, oh, well, once I'm perfect, then I'll feel confident. Once I weigh a certain amount, enter your dream number on the scale, right? Then I'll feel confident. Or once I look a certain way, and you can enter your description of whatever perfection is for you, then I'll feel confident. But no, what you're doing when you're thinking this way is you're actually putting conditions upon your confidence. Stop doing that, because what it's going to do is it's actually going to eat away at your confidence, because it's going to keep that the idea of feeling confident is always out of your reach, and you're going to be putting conditions upon it to where now you can't be confident based on how you look now, because that's not good enough. You have to look like this in order to feel confident. And for a lot of us, when we think, okay, if I get to this point, if I hit this number, then once again, that confidence, that feeling is just going to come within me. It's not going to, because there's going to be another thing that you're going to see that you're going to need to change about yourself. There's going to be another pound that you need to lose. You're going to need to tighten this arm skin or get rid of this dimple, whatever it is. Your brain will always chase this moving target. And once again, confidence will always be out of reach. So if you're standing in front of the mirror every single day and really putting all of these conditions upon, like, oh, well, there's another wrinkle, can't feel confident now, got to go get Botox, right? Stop it. Stop having these conversations with yourself, because putting conditions on your confidence is counterproductive. So when we put those conditions on how we feel, and we've now created a limit in our mind through the thoughts that we're thinking, once again, confidence is never going to happen for you. So when you think about confidence in that way and living in that conditional mindset, it's always going to make confidence seem like this elusive thing that's just ever so slightly out of reach or unattainable. Okay. Now, if you are somebody who believes that confidence is achieved by material things, confidence is once again created in your thoughts. Confidence is generated through taking action. Confidence is not generated by material things. So a material thing is something that is tangible, right? We can touch it, we can feel it. You can't touch, you can't feel confidence. You can't touch, you can't feel action, right? But those are the things that are actually going to generate the feeling, the vibration of confidence in your body. So you don't need specific items, a specific material thing, a nicer house, a nicer car, nicer clothes in your closet, right? To actually feel confident or to feel good enough. So if you find yourself in that place where you have put a condition on your enoughness based upon what you have, or thinking like how much money you make, right? if you have put a condition on it, I want you to ask yourself these three questions. First and foremost is, who determined your definition of enough? Right? And does that definition still serve you? So are you still trying to live up to an idea of what your parents determined was enough for you? So you can feel good enough, you can feel successful when you have these material things. So when you live in this zip code, when you drive this car, when you make this amount of money, when you have these clothes with these designer labels, is this an idea that was handed to you through society, right? Through marketing, through branding? Because a lot of us think, oh, okay, well, when I achieve this level of status, then the confidence will come. No, because once again, you're just going to move the bar. You're going to be keeping up with the Joneses over there. You're going to be thinking, oh, well, look at what she has. Now I need to have what she has. So the bar is always going to keep moving up. And for a lot of us who are in this place who identify as perfectionists, we have set the bar so high for ourselves that it makes it virtually impossible to actually achieve the idea of the standard that we have set for ourselves. So we're constantly setting ourselves up for failure. And guess what's suffering? Your confidence. So if you are somebody who's in a place right now where you believe those material things are needed in order to feel good enough, and once again, when we feel good enough, that's when confidence comes, right? So I want you to ask yourself, is this idea of enough still serving you? Or do you need to create a new definition for enough? Because you can change that today. The second thing I want you to ask yourself is, who are you comparing yourself to? And is this comparison making you feel like what you have right now isn't good enough? Because that'll tell you a lot. If you're over there trying to compete with your boss and you're like, well, she just got this new car because she got a raise and now I'm not good enough. So I need to work harder. And now I'm staying at work late, killing myself, and I'm not enjoying my life. I'm not actually going out and doing things that I love. And I'm just killing myself overworking to try to prove myself, right? Guessing you're probably not feeling very confident if that's the place that you're in. So the last thing I want you to ask yourself is, what is keeping you from feeling confident with what you have right now? Because I have a hunch also, it's probably just this idea that you need to have more, or that what you have isn't good enough. So you can change these definitions for yourself today. And you can really start to rewrite this story that you're telling yourself about what you think you need to actually feel confident, because you can accept yourself exactly as you are right now with everything that you have and be confident. And I know for a lot of you that are perfectionists who are always striving for more, that's a lot of the women that I work with inside the CAN program, which is my flagship coaching program. CAN stands for Confident Action Now, right? I teach confidence. This is what we do in there. A lot of you that identify as like high achievers, perfectionists, you're like, no, but I always can, I need more. And you can always want more. That's fine. But you don't have to put conditional confidence on the things that you're working towards, right? Is this making sense? Okay. The third belief that we have of, if we feel confident, that we're never going to feel fear, we're never going to feel doubt, we're never going to feel insecurities again. Okay, here is the deal. We've got to start normalizing that fear, doubt, insecurities, those uncomfortable feelings that we don't enjoy feeling, vulnerability, right? Those are a normal part of the human experience. And I know you're probably chewing on that and you're like, I don't want to hear this from you, Elise, but it is. And the sooner that you can accept that life is 50-50, you're never going to feel one way all of the time. We're never in one permanent state of just confidence, right? So every time you leave your comfort zone, every time you do something new, every time there is an unknown involved, you're going to feel fear, you're going to feel doubt. There's going to be some insecurities that come up that you have to work through. This is normal. This is just a normal part of being a human being. And the sooner that you can live in that place and just hold that truth close to your heart and not make it be a problem, the more confidence is going to be attainable for you. So confidence does not mean the absence of these feelings. It's about managing and normalizing these feelings. So nothing is going wrong because you feel fear, doubt, and insecurity. In fact, these are all a beautiful indicator of growth. So when I'm working with a client one-to-one, I'm like, amazing, you're growing. You've left your comfort zone, because confidence is not created in your comfort zone. We have to leave the comfort zone behind in order to start generating confidence, right? Because when you're doing new things, when you're growing, when you're adapting, you're evolving, that's the spaces where confidence is actually created. So confidence, for all of those, for all of you who are in a place where you don't like change, I know this is something I hate to deliver in terms of a truth, but confidence is not created inside of your comfort zone. So we have to normalize the fear, doubt, and insecurity are a normal part of the process, and actively work on learning how to manage these uncomfortable feelings. And this is, once again, why personal development, why working with a coach, why doing, professional development is so valuable, because you will learn how to do this and then they will never spin you out again. Your brain will never see this as a problem. It'll just see it as a normal part of the process. So in order to truly achieve the level of success that I know you desire and the level of confidence that I know you desire, we have to start learning how to manage this discomfort. It will set you free. Okay. To those of you who think that you are just born with confidence, right? That just, I'm born with it or without it. No, There's not some special breed of unicorn existing in the world that was just born with confidence. That is not how it works. So confidence is not innate. It is a feeling that anybody can learn how to generate. And I truly think that this is the $1 million feeling that nobody has been taught how to create. It's not like we go through confidence 101 class in school where somebody is up there teaching us how to create this feeling in our bodies. And because of that, I see so many women self-identify as somebody who just isn't a confident person. So is that where you're at? Your self-image is, I'm not a confident person. Be very cautious of identifying as that, right? Because anytime we put the words I am in front of something, we have now self-identified with this. So if you've lived your life in a place where maybe you had dips and valleys of confidence, or maybe you've just never experienced a true feeling of confidence, and that's now how you self-identify, what you're doing is reinforcing that identity every single day by saying, oh, I'm not a confident person. Oh, that person over there, she was just born with confidence. I wasn't born with confidence, so that's not for me, right? No, it is a skill that you can literally learn how to generate today, right? So, building confidence and becoming a confident person, any of us can do that. It's not one special breed of person where it's just in their DNA, where they just came out of the womb like, I'm confident world. No, that's BS. And if anybody tells you that, that's not correct, right? This is improved over time. It is a practice. It is what happens when you commit to your personal and professional development, when you start working on creating a confident mindset. This is what I teach women how to do inside of the CAN program, right? So if you need that support, definitely let's talk, because I don't want you ever in a place where you just think, oh, I'm not a confident person. That's not available to me. That's not who I am. No, you can become it, and I will teach you how to get there. Confidence is not an all or nothing trait. It exists on a spectrum, right? And most people have varying levels of confidence at different points of their life. So this is 100% normal. Okay. The last myth that I see so many of you stuck with: confidence is not an exclusive trait just for extroverts, right? So confidence is not limited to people who are extroverted, right? I'm a very extroverted person. So people see me and they're like, oh, well, you're just very confident because you're an extrovert. No, I've learned how to generate the feeling of confidence. So some of the most confident women that I have met in my life have been introverts, quiet. They are the grounded, calming forces. Confidence is all about your self-belief and your self-assuredness. So it doesn't matter if you're an introvert or you're an extrovert. So I think a big misconception is when people see somebody walk into a room that is very loud or has a lot of energy, they just assume, oh, that's what you have to be confident. Or the loudest person in the room is the most confident person in the room. Not necessarily. A lot of times when people are in that place where they come in and they take up all the space in the room, that's actually rooted in insecurity. A lot of people, are arrogant, right? They feel the need to take up all the space. Look at me, look at me, look at me, right? That's rooted in insecurity. So a lot of times when I see people that are like, oh, I have to be loud to be confident. No, I think that's total BS. So I think confidence doesn't require you to be the loudest person in the room. So if you are in a place right now where you are introverted, you are quiet, you do find it to be challenging to take up a lot of space, that's okay. Don't make that a problem. Don't make that as a thing that you like a dig against yourself where you actually subtract confidence because you think that you need to be something different than what you are. Confidence comes from accepting who you are and owning that and using that as one of your most beautiful offerings to this world of like, yeah, I am quiet. And what a beautiful thing that I can be quiet and this sure of myself. That's a beautiful thing. So I think confidence can be expressed in various ways, right? So extroverted people may showcase that confidence through bold, big behavior, taking up a lot of space, while introverted individuals might be in a space where it's through being focused, being thoughtful, being methodical, being in a place where they're taking very measured actions, right? So confident people, regardless of introverted or extroverted, they're comfortable with silence, right? They know that they don't need to fill every single space with their voice. So don't subscribe to the belief that you have to be this big outgoing extrovert in order to feel confident. Okay. Whew, can you feel this energy coming off of this conversation? I am so passionate and on this very committed mission to help thousands of women across the world feel confident. And it really starts with really letting go of these three myths and not being drunk on the illusion of having to look a certain way, have a certain thing, make a certain amount of money, be at a certain level of status, be a certain, personality type in order to feel confident. So I want to start really shedding a lot more light onto these 5 myths because you're one belief away from feeling confident. And truly, when we talk about confidence, it's really grounded in your belief in yourself, your trust in yourself, and taking action in your life. So being the woman that says that she or does what she says she's going to do, that's the foundation for your confidence. So once again, introvert, extrovert aside, when you start taking action, when you start believing in yourself, when you start doing the damn thing, confidence is inevitable. And that's such a beautiful thing. So if this is a skill that you want to invest in learning, please let's have a conversation because I will teach you everything that you need to know so you can start showing up in every single area of your life with confidence. Because understanding these myths and the true nature of confidence is really what is going to help you stay committed to your self-assuredness, right? Being the most self-assured person in the room, having high self-esteem, having that high confidence, and having a very high level of trust and belief in what you're doing every single day for your work, for who you are as a mom, as a whatever you are, right? So this is a skill that can be cultivated and developed over time. I will teach you how to do that inside the CAN program and really teach you how to become the master of the skill. So if that is an area where you need support, visit soulmakeup.com. You can book a one-to-one strategy session with me and we can talk through what it would look like to have me support you as your coach and all of the ways that I will teach you how to build confidence from the inside out. Because once again, can't scream this loud enough from the mountaintops. It is an inside job. We can't keep treating this from the outside in, expecting to all of a sudden do all this work and then feel confident. It will never be the lasting solution that you're looking for because once again, you'll get to your goal weight when you haven't treated what's actually going on from a mindset standpoint. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, I hit, this number on the scale, but now I need to lose more weight, right? You're always going to be moving that target. I don't want you in the place where you live your life constantly feeling like nothing is ever enough. So let's put this to bed. Let's create the confident mindset and spend dedicated time working on that part of you so you don't have this as a forever problem. All right. This is easily solved inside the CAN program. Okay. I look forward to helping you further. Stay tuned for so many more conversations like this. We're going to be bringing the spotlight on this because I can't have you spending one more second subscribing to these lies. All right. Stay tuned for so much more. And I will see you in my DMs to learn more about the CAN program.